Yo, pressure cord. What's up? You're listening to Zero to X. My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always,
Hey guys, my name is Amara.
what's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing now?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a really interesting week. I had a really interesting
Give us
week,
just.
bruh. So you know how, guys, on the last episode, Amara and I were talking about some of our learnings from Q1 coming into Q2,
Mhm.
and we made a resolution to say we are now thinking of quarters as individual
Years.
years instead of just like part of a fuller year.
Mhm.
So essentially, we are running 12-week sprints. Do
Mhm.
you get so? It was a really high energy podcast. It was a really high energy moment for me. Like that, the entire period
Concept.
of the entire concept of saying, okay, I now have 4 years in one instead of
Mm.
4 quarters in one. Do you
Yeah.
understand? And I think a lot of people might be able to relate to this when it seems you're about to have a really strong start, like you're hyped, you're pumped about something.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you're like, you just feel unstoppable, man. I was about to cuss, but I had to stop myself. But you get what I'm trying to say? You just feel absolutely
Good. Yeah, I
unstoppable,
felt
man.
unstoppable this week.
Yeah, yeah. And all of a sudden, some kind one, two, three, four, five
Guy.
things just happen. And ideally speaking, they're supposed to distract or frustrate or derail you from how
Mm.
focused you were on that thing.
Blow you off
Do you understand?
course.
It just like, bro, this is not the kind of energy that I need. Like, no,
Mm.
this is not it.
Mm.
Like, no, I can't be dealing with this at this point in time. Not when I want to go this hard at a particular thing.
Mhm.
And that was my experience. That was my this week. That's why I said it was very interesting.
Mm.
That was my experience this week. And but then here's the thing: I was happy about up until you and I talked about it. I didn't even realize that they were things that could distract my focus.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
didn't
guys, he's saying
realize
basically that we talked about some of the things
we talked
before the
about some of the
podcast.
things like like just before we like had
Yeah.
just chilling before we had to start recording this.
Mhm.
We talked about some of the things, and it wasn't up until I was telling you how the week was when you were asking me like what happened.
Mhm.
You didn't hear from me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Mhm.
and I told you that oh this happened, oh this
Mm.
happened, oh this happened.
Mm.
It wasn't until when I was actually saying that I realized, huh, Daniel of before would have taken these things as a really strong, or not strong, but as reason enough to be frustrated about like
Yeah.
everything, especially when you're just coming
Yeah.
off high energy.
Mm.
You're
Mm.
trying to like make things happen.
Mm.
You're trying to do the impossible essentially. You're
Mhm.
trying to be great.
Mhm.
Do you understand? So, and I think like a couple of people might relate to wanting to just start,
Mm.
especially when you've had false starts before in your life
Mm.
where you
Air quotes.
started yeah, you started with high energy. We're like, this is the day,
Mm.
this is the month, this is the year. We talked about this, why some people don't set new year goals or new year resolutions,
Yeah.
because they feel like they've set them a lot.
Yeah. And
And
why some people don't start.
exactly, and why some people don't start, because they feel like if I start I won't continue.
Mhm.
So that was a lot of my this week.
Mm.
But I was happy about the fact that, like you and I were talked about it like a little before, like guys, we literally had to stop our conversation then so we could come and give you guys the full
The
gist
full
and
gist,
react to it
man.
like for the first time in real time. Do you
It
understand?
makes me kind of wonder if all those reaction videos are authentic.
Yeah.
You know those videos that you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
social
yeah, yeah.
media
I see
where
them. I see them.
people make a reaction video, and I'm like, ah, some of them look like, dude, you already saw this before. How are you recreating your reaction?
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't hold anything against you if you are able to recreate your
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah.
It's just I am not a very I'm not able to animate
Mm-hmm.
very easily.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for me to be able to
Yeah.
do something twice.
Exactly. So
Which
we
is why scripting is very
oh
hard for
my
this podcast.
goodness, we like we probably will get to the point where we need to
At
have
least,
a level of
yeah.
scripting, but no, we're literally talking about like our experiences, the things that are top of mind for
Mm.
us in our journey of doing all of these incredible things that
In
we
our
want to
second
do,
year
bro.
in 2023.
Bro, bro, it's incredible. So yeah, like that was a lot about how my this week went.
But I think about this thing you said,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it kind of points to the thing we not myself and you, but the thing people generally say often, that you can control what life throws at you.
Yeah.
You can only control how you react.
Respond.
Right.
100%.
And the beautiful thing about these things is it's easier to say it in those
100%.
times. But to be able to
100%.
actually apply that saying in real time shows a level of strength of character, which I think is impressive.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like Amara was, when we were talking earlier, so I'm just going to relate the reactions as well as I can. Where Amara, when we got to shoot, Amara was like, "Guys, sure you don't go forget all the ginger from last week."
Guys, I genuinely, Daniel was not reachable for half of the week, and I was wondering, has this man forgotten that like we are high energy this year? Like this is year 2 or 4.
Do you understand? This is year 2 or 4, my guy.
I was like, so yeah, that's what Daniel was saying.
But then completing the story, I came back and I was just giving Amara like, yo, this will happen, this will happen. And when I started talking of the plans, I was like, so Amara was very happy to see that the fire had gone anywhere, man.
Alive and well.
It was alive and well, my God. It was up, man. We're up, we're turned.
I listened to, I don't know if you know, I think you do. Probably you seem like So, but I personally came across him for the first time this week. I think his name is David Goggins.
Of course, can't hurt me. Navy SEAL guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, guys, I came across David Goggins, and
he's a really impressive.
I was impressed.
He's a really impressive.
I was impressed. He's extreme.
He's extreme.
Guys, we talk about extreme on this podcast.
No,
but David Goggins.
Our extreme. Next is extreme.
Our extreme is not extreme.
It's like baby food, my guy. That's what it is. David Goggins is extreme. Jesus,
he's extreme. Bro. And I brought him up because in thinking about your story and how you were able to deal with life's challenges for this past week, it reminded me of something he said in the video I was watching. He basically talked about how whenever you are in a fight with an enemy, the enemy must know. The enemy needs to know
100%
that you are constantly attacking. So the enemy needs to feel like this person is not backing down. Okay. Because that's when nobody wants to get in the ring with somebody who knows, who they know is always attacking and is not backing down. He's not playing defense. He's playing offense.
That makes a lot. That's
and I'm like, yeah, this relates a lot to what Daniel was saying about how life was throwing hail and hell at him.
Bro. Bro.
Like, yeah, the ability to attack back and just be like, nah, I'm not having any of this.
Yeah, that's what's
and not react to frustration.
And what I really liked about it is that I didn't even realize that the things I was talking about were as big a deal as they were, or as they were, until Amara and I started talking about them. Like in a bit, I was like, wait, dude, this can honestly sideline someone and zap out all the energy, all the ginger, but.
Guys, it was a lot. We're not going to detail, but there's a sizable amount of things to go through in a week. In 1 week.
In like four days.
It was a lot, man.
So it was like, yo, I loved how, I know like last week we talked a lot about mindset, about like having like the mindset of an elite performer, the state of mind we wanted to be in for this year. Guys, when you hear us say this year, we mean April to June, because as far as 0 to X is concerned, there are 4 years.
There are 4 years in a year.
There are 4 years in a year. Every quarter is a year. So yeah, just so like you are able to follow along, so you don't get lost. So trying to figure that out, like we know the kind of energy we came into. The podcast we shot last week, the ones we shot the week before, was like everything is a build up to, oh my God, year 2, let's kill it, man.
Yeah.
It was like from the mindset to how to think about things, how to measure, like the time perspective to consider. It was like everything was just building up to this, man, and you were just high.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're pumped, and all of a sudden, these very, very, very unnecessary things just start to happen. Did you get? So I like that. I didn't even think they were big deals. Like because of how hyped I was, like bro, I had seen the scripts too many times, man. Like you get really hyped about something, all of a sudden you wear out, or you just lose that steam or that flame, that fire for whatever reason that is. Maybe something unexpected or a familiar issue that you kind of like tend to have. So, but like whatever that is, I was happy that this year around, bruh, at least we still going through. Like you saw the energy I came at
Yeah.
because like talking about the plans for the third year, the fourth year, and I was like,
Guys, it's crazy.
bro, like
It's crazy.
not one drop of ginger left my body, man.
And again, it's kind of like how for me, this for me this podcast is. I know it's a number of things, but I had some opportunity to reflect about the podcast
Okay.
this past week, and for me, it's kind of like a journal. Daniel, I'm not
100%.
I'm coming.
It is.
I'm coming to the good stuff, but I was going through my week, and it was a very hyped week. But for one of those days, before the hype was fully climaxed, for one of those days, I remember going through a downtime. I didn't even realize it was a downtime. That's the thing with downtimes. They creep up on you. This
Yeah.
just slowly comes in. And I didn't realize I was going through a mini downtime for some hours. It wasn't even a full day.
Yeah.
I guess what I was doing, I was editing a podcast episode.
And
I was listening to myself and I was like, damn, who's this guy?
You're not, bro. Yo,
dude,
my god,
dude. So that's why I say for me,
my god,
it's kind of like this podcast is a journal.
It
one,
is.
And two,
it is.
The other thing, I genuinely think about the people who listen to this podcast, and I hope and I pray that you are finding the strength or whatever you need from these podcast episodes to be able to pull through and to push and go hard at every single day
100%.
and every single week.
100%.
Because I can imagine what your life will be like,
bro,
if you go through these 4 years in 2023,
bro,
with the level of intensity that we are trying to make you go for. It's gonna be crazy.
You are a problem waiting to happen. I mean that in a good way.
In a good way.
Bro.
A good problem.
People won't even know or see what's
coming
in. So I think it's a testament to the strength of character of people to be able to go through the day-to-day challenges of life without losing the ginger that they have. So for instance, the way my week went, it was all of these things happened, and me of before would have been downcast or frustrated or distracted or derailed, but for some reason, I don't know what it was, but maybe it's all the things we were talking about, the energy we had leading up to like this year. But the response was automatic. It wasn't even a thing where like I was aware or conscious of or mindful of the fact that, oh, this is what is happening right now. I didn't have that awareness that, oh, these things were distractions up until you and I spoke just before we started shooting. So I'm happy with myself about that.
I'm also happy for every person
I hope
listening.
that continues, and I'm happy for that. I was getting there. Happy for every person listening who is going to push through whatever, like their distractions.
They are
distractions.
I want us to talk a bit more, just in line with what you're saying, about what it would look like to be able to focus, to maintain focus.
What is the end goal, man? And you have to get, I think, like I said, trying to reverse engineer what the past couple of weeks was like to figure out why my focus was our focus, because like we're in the same energy levels. Why it was, we talked about it so much. There was like the intentionality, there was the desire, there was the clarity of what we wanted to do. I think that clarity is the you know what's interesting? One of the things that comes to mind is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. One of the first things it says, like, how thoughts become things, literally. Like, if you think a thing, it can become that thing. And a lot of really interesting ideologies have come from it, the law of attraction, or are associated with it, or have similar or overlapping concepts. So there is the law of attraction, there is faith, quote unquote. Like, all of these things are overlapping just that way, that you sure have to think about it and be clear. Be very definite about what it is that you want. Then one thing
I think another thing. Okay, finish.
Then I think the next thing for me, is I think how much I knew I wanted it.
Bro.
It's how much I knew I wanted it.
Bro. There is something I put up in one of my most recent Instagram posts. I can't remember which one, but it was just one of those things where I'm putting ideas together. And I realized that one of the reasons why we are able to execute, the degree that we want to execute, is what is the why? How badly do you want this
100%.
thing? What's the drive?
Mm-hmm.
Are you running from something? Are you running from the image that you will get as somebody who is not a doer? One.
Yeah.
Or are you running from fear of being told years from now that Amara or whoever, you messed up bad, right? Or
You
not
fumbled.
that you messed up, yeah, like
You fumbled.
this was not your best, like you could have done a lot better. Is it fear or is it hope for something?
Whatever
Or
it is,
is
you
it
have
a
to be,
big mission?
you have to be running.
You know that thing you know that thing you always say about
People who are very driven.
not just people who are very driven, but the size of the things you want to get done with
Exactly.
your life.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think there is a point where you get to where you just know that
you won't be able to sit down. You will literally stand.
Yeah.
Like, you literally like there is a such a way you would think about this thing. You will roll it over in your head.
Yeah.
Roll it over in your mind. You will chew. You will munch on it. You will meditate on it. Yeah. It becomes so compelling, guy.
That
it becomes
so
everything compelling,
we are doing,
bro. I saw an interview between Stephen Furtick and T.D. Jakes.
Oh, that's an old interview.
That's an old interview.
I've not watched it in a while.
There was something T.D. Jakes said. I've forgotten the question that he was asked, but it had to, I remember his response because it taught me a lot about focus. And I think it was something around him comparing what he's doing to what other people are doing, and people being jealous of other people because of what they have going on in their lives and what he has going on in his life. And T.D. Jake said something about that never happens to me. He says, you know why? He says the things that I have to do, my assignments, like the things I'm interested in, I spend a long time and inordinate amount of time just staring at them. Just staring at them.
Able to see something else.
Exactly. So like, see, bro, I'm a little too busy thinking about the thing I want to do, looking at it, chewing it, meditating on it. Yeah. To be bothered about what the hell is going on in someone else's life. I don't have the bandwidth to be jealous or envious. I don't have the bandwidth to be. I don't. Because the assignments, like if there's some way I can contribute, like fine, or we can collaborate, fine, beautiful. Like there will always be that. But being focused on that thing that is your thing, and it has to be compelling. Otherwise, you can dismiss it, man. It has to be compelling. Just really look at it and like sometimes just take like 30 minutes to just think.
I think there's a level of obsession.
That's it. It's obsession. Obsession. There's a level of obsession. See, that Think and Grow Rich book by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, they talk about it there too.
Desire. The desire will be like, oh my God, you will burn your bridges, bro.
Yeah.
You will burn your bridges. Like, this is all you think, talk, do, say. Like, the moment.
And the thing is, the beautiful thing about what you just said, Daniel, is the more you, what's the word, spend time obsessing about that thing and making moves with regard to fleshing out that thing, you would find that if anybody is doing anything around you that isn't in any way contributing to your own end goal, you would almost certainly, at least in some way, cut them out of your life.
100%. Like, bro, you said it nicely, man.
I was trying to land it. I was trying to land it very nicely.
A little too nicely, my guy. Bro, like when you get to that level of bro, you know they see straight again. No, you are seeing too straight. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
Bro,
because
you know they see what they give. It's just there.
You become so tunnel vision that you're asking somebody. So you that means for you don't have to get to a point where you know that this conversation I'm having with this person that I know is irrelevant to my goals, right, must be in some other way valuable, or else it will almost never happen again.
Bro.
Do you get? So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to keep having these kinds of conversations with these people because I know that my relationships are important. Remember that thing we talked about off the podcast about how we are both trying to be very intentional about building our relationships,
our personal relationships,
forward, right? And we know that all those relationships won't center around our goals. That
100%.
Selfish.
No, there is that. That's selfish.
But
100%.
we also completely know that there is idle chatter, and
Guy,
you will not find
bro,
my enemy. Guys, I'm just with extreme. But that's the level of extremity going on in my head right now. Like, no, you will not find me by mistake.
That is how you
engaging in that thing.
That is how you have to own it, man.
Dude, there's a level of obsession.
That's it.
There's a level of obsession.
Clarity, know exactly what it is that you want, and think about that thing enough times to become obsessed. Like deathly obsessed about it. Yeah. Like if I can't tell this is what you are about, you are not obsessed enough. But essentially,
but I thought about what somebody said. He said, I can't remember who said it. That's weird because I read it yesterday or some days ago. That I know who said it. I thought about something Oral Roberts said. He said, only when you have talked about something so much that you are sick and tired of hearing it, are you really beginning to comprehend and be that 100%. Thing. And only when your people are sick and tired of hearing you say that thing, are they just really beginning to get it.
100%.
So there is a level of obsession with what you're doing where you just know, I don't talk this. This is, you must be able to say, this is what Daniel is about.
Bro, that year, me and you were
relax.
Systems now.
That
year was systems. Systems for every, bro, I talk systems. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Guys, I forgot to mention, in case you don't know who Oral Roberts is, he's a fantastic author for Christian books.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I think he was a pastor as well.
Yeah,
anyway, I don't really know so much of his backstory, but I came across that quote in the book I was reading. But yeah, that's a digression. The other thing I think I would add to being focused is structure.
I have thoughts about this, but go on.
Before you have your thoughts. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I know that for someone like Daniel...
No, don't get me wrong. No, land it properly. No. I promise you that what I'm thinking is what you're thinking. I promise you.
No. Okay, no. But for someone like Daniel, I was telling Daniel just before the podcast that Daniel has a lot.
Yeah, you are literally making my point, man. You're making my point. Yeah. Like the point about structure is that for you to be able to do greatness, like at the enormity, at the scale you want to do it, the level of self-discipline you have to exercise.
Yeah.
Bro, like you I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. Remember the Titans?
I haven't seen that.
But you might probably have probably, I don't think if you remember the Titans, but it's a sports movie. I don't know whether it was Samuel Jackson or Denzel Washington.
Okay.
That was saying that today we will be perfect. No, they even use it for some Instagram reels and what, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
But the point is that, see, perfection, or as close to perfection as you can get, in terms of excellence and structure, in terms of where your yes is yes, where your no is no, and unapologetic. You know what they feel I'm saying? Bro, like look at what there is to be built.
These are the stakes.
These are the stakes. This is what might not happen.
Yeah.
If you don't follow through.
Yeah.
This is the entire madness you can create if you do.
Bro. I had to tell. This is the first time we are talking about this on the podcast. But I had to tell our crew members, not to mention their names, but I had to tell our crew members in the meeting that, guys, you must understand that whenever I commit to something, I have the goal in my head to see through for at least 5 years. So it was a conversation I sort of might have mentioned in passing with Daniel. I was telling them that the moment I decided to commit to starting the podcast, my goal was to see it through for at least 5 years. 5 years because we know that that's a reasonable number of years to expect a crazy amount of return on your time and your investment.
100%.
So for me, it's what will I not get out of this if I don't commit for 5 years? Do you get me now? If I slack off and I can't pull off the consistency that's required to do this thing for 5 years, what will be the implication? That thing we talked about. What's
the anti-vision exercise?
Anti-vision exercise.
Oh my god!
And I'm just like, nah. It helps me. It helps me be able to show up every week for 0 to X and just know that there is work to be done, and it must be done.
Has to be done. 100%.
It must be done.
It must be done. Must be done.
Dude.
So yeah, guys, we hope that the energy
is contagious.
It's contagious. That's the exact word that was in my head. It's contagious. Like,
guys, I listened to my own podcast and I was on fire,
bro.
So guys, we really hope this energy is contagious.
We hope this energy is contagious because it's like this year, we want to be seeing fire, man.
Fire.
We want to be seeing fire. See, bro, like eyes are red. like you see, like basketball guys might understand this.
Daniel and basketball reference.
Bro, I'm sorry. Like, bro, we need you to be Westbrook and the rim. See, this is what Westbrook does. Like, he's a fantastic player. But the moment he has gotten the ball from his head, all he's seeing is the rim there. Especially when we look at OKC, he will bounce, do everything just to go and do boom, come back again. That's the only thing he does. Westbrook, rim. That's his own basketball. All these, you pass first, you this thing first. What's that?
He's only seeing the goal.
He's only seeing the bro. Westbrook just sees. He doesn't care. Westbrook is 6'3". For in basketball, that's short. They are seeing 6'10", 7 foot, 6'9" mountains around you.
Obstacles that you don't care.
Westbrook doesn't see them, man.
That's crazy,
bro.
Man.
He just jumps. Like, he's a fantastic player. He's a point guard. He can facilitate all of those things. But bro, when I think of focus, tunnel vision, bro, Westbrook, this is me. This is the ball. That's the goal. Let's go. Whatever it is that we have to jam.
Yes.
Bro, there was a time I was training my brother. Yeah. We're doing some drills on. We're just like doing drills with basketball and like whatnot. So I was teaching him how to finish at the rim. So my sister and my brother are small. I'm 5'9", he's about 5'8", like this. So like we're not standard basketball height. Like nobody will ever make me want to do pro. I might have the knowledge, I might have the passion for it, but
the physique is not physique.
But the physique is not physique. You get the body is not body, you know. So but then my brother 5'8", catches rebounds over guys that are 6'4".
How?
Like I will tell you something I told him. A rebound is essentially when the ball is you jump and you catch it. So he's jumping and catching it above their heads.
That means he has insane jump power.
He's blocking them in the up on the board. I do it too, but that guy doesn't. You know what? He's insane. John, my brother, is insane. There was something I told him when we were finishing. We were doing finishing drills, like being able to lay up in the basket and whatnot. I told him something. I said, "See, I need to adopt a LeBron mentality." And what did I mean by that? I was like, if you are going, because what I was trying to combat was when he wants to go to the rim, because he's smaller, he will now be shying away from the rim and now throw it from far. And the shot is clumsy. There was something I told him. I need you guys to listen to this. It will help him in life. I can tell you that this mindset is probably like 60-70% of whatever confidence people think I have. This mindset I'm about to tell you. What I told him was this. Imagine a rail track. And it is you on one end running, and there is a cargo train, not passenger train.
Those
there
ones
is a cargo train. Those ones that carry load. It's for goods and services, not people. It's for how they say transportation is movement. You move the people, goods and services. And there is a cargo freight train coming on one side, and then it's you bouncing your basketball and running on the other side. Damn, you guys are going to jam because we're in a collision course. The mindset I need you to have when you're going to finish at that ring, when you're thinking about the goals you have to achieve in life, is that if me and that cargo train should jam, it's the cargo train that's going back. It's not me. If we jam,
Daniel,
the one that's going back.
Stop.
Bro! I wish this was video so that you guys will see.
Guy.
Bro.
And why I want to just quickly comment on this is because I have learned over the past couple of months that what separates the people who are insane in performance and the rest of us is just our mind.
It's the mind, guy.
It's just our mind.
It's the mind, bro.
Because whatever you insist your body can do, the body
will
do.
Do it.
Must do.
The body will do it.
So, bro, it is just the mind.
Bro, this thing, That's it, man.
Dude.
Guy, we have to end this podcast.
We do.
Because if you leave us now with this energy, guys, this is year 2 energy. You year 3 energy, year 4 energy. But when we get to 2024, year 1 energy all over from the beginning again. Yeah, so this is what it has to be. This is where Amara and I are at, and we would like to bring as many people on board with us. It's beautiful being here, man.
It's beautiful, bro.
And I'm here when it's hard.
Yeah.
When it's inconvenient, and I know like I'm unfazed.
Yeah.
I'm unfazed. Yeah. And it'll be easier for everyone because we have a community that is here to encourage you through whatever it is that you have to deal with. So guys, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much.
We hope, see, I've probably not been as hyped about we hope part of this podcast, but we truly hope that this energy guys are catching you where you guys are, man.
Yeah, man.
We truly hope.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for your time. It's been wonderful.
Thank you guys so much. As always.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye, kids.
Bye, guys.